Hi, this is James for Mad Science Films, and this week we're looking at prepping for a shoot. So this video is aimed at any videographers out there or any first-time DPs. You're about to embark on a job or a film shoot and you're wondering what steps you should be taking to make sure you're fully prepared for the shoot. So the first thing I would do is make sure I understood the brief. The brief being from either the client, so what kind of video they're after, or the brief being from a director, which is more so to do with the script and their visions for the script. I would expect you to have been communicating with the client or the director, trying to engage with them and understanding their vision for the production you're about to shoot. Hopefully you would have been sent mood boards, images, other kind of visual formats to give you an idea of what they are trying to achieve visually. I would take all that in, ingest it all, understand it, get to know the script if you're dealing with a director on a film production, and make sure you have a full comprehension of the project you're getting involved in. Another idea for prepping would be to prep yourself for the location, the set, wherever you're going to be filming, understanding where that is and the difficulties with that location, whether it be bad lighting, maybe you need to replace the light bulbs there, maybe try and arrange for a pre-shoot visit to the location, get an idea of power outlets, plug sockets, natural light, windows, room space. This will help then when you're planning to light, where you're going to put lights, where you're going to enhance natural light, any practical lights there. Perhaps you need to change out light bulbs, maybe there's some bulbs that are going to give you some issues in terms of frequency and flickering. And just, mapping out the floor space, seeing how much room you got to maneuver. That can impact on gear, how much gear you're taking, what kind of camera you're going to use, what kind of setup that's going to be. Is it going to be too big for the location you're shooting in? That is something which I would try and do before I shot, was to understand where I'm shooting, get some pictures or visit the place myself. I understand that's not always possible, so therefore maybe some pictures would be nice, maybe a brief detail of the rooms and locations you'd be shooting in. So again, it's all about prepping yourself and understanding what you're getting yourself into. Once you understand where you're shooting, once you understand what you're shooting, then it's time to think about gear, any type of gear you need in particular. Bigger productions, you could just probably take everything with you and then you're good to go no matter what. Smaller productions, one-man band setups, maybe for video work, you probably need to be a bit more picky with what you're taking. So I would recommend breaking down the brief, breaking down the shot list, breaking down the storyboard, isolate what you're going to be shooting the following day, and try and set up the kind of gear you're going to need rather than take everything with you. So it's going to be more gimbal kind of work, then obviously pack gimbals, make sure all the batteries are charged for that. There's more kind of on sticks, then make sure you got the tripod ready, things like that. Kind of lights you're going to be needing. Is it going to be more natural light? You just need a bit of a kick light. You're going to need to take the whole lighting setup you have at home. Really think about what you're going to take, and then you can lighten the load, and there's less crap to take with you, and there's less stress on the day of digging through all your shit and trying to finding out you've took a lot of crap you don't even need. Once you've identified the gear which you're probably likely to use, good idea is to just double check everything is working as it should. All the pieces are there, the tripod's not missing screws, microphones are working fine, no dodgy cables or leads causing hissing. Overlook the camera, make sure that's fine, make sure everything's working and functioning properly. It is a bit paranoid, but I'd rather be a bit paranoid with my equipment, turn up on the day and not have everything working, or something not working, or something that's going to cause you to waste 2 hours faffing around with. It's good to know these things before you set off. Also, I would take a spare or a backup camera. We had a shoot not too long ago where the camera died on me, and luckily enough we had a GH4 in the bag, we could use that, which was fine. So always take a backup camera too. Yeah, backups, plan Bs, think about that, whatever gear you're taking. Peace of mind is always a good thing to have. Another thing, when prepping, I would take my SD cards, make sure everything on those are backed up, which I need, and then I would format entirely the SD cards that I'm going to be taking, or SSD drives I'm going to be taking. You don't want to be messing around with that on the day. You realize, oh god, I've got somebody's birthday video or wedding video on my SD card. I need to make sure that's backed up before I can begin to shoot. You want to make sure all that is done beforehand, and you want to make sure you have full space on the SD cards or SSD drives for the project you're going to be shooting. So I'd format everything, but make sure you back it up beforehand, just in case you're going to be deleting something which you're going to later regret deleting. So yeah, format cards, prep your cards, make sure they're all packed and secure and ready to go. Last one, batteries is an obvious one, but just double check all your batteries are fully charged. One thing I do with Sony batteries, show you this one. So Sony MPF, these are brilliant for, I use these for V-mount battery power options. They're cheap and they got a lot of capacity within them, but as you notice there, I number them so I can identify which ones I've used and which ones I've not. But charge all your batteries, make sure every battery is charged. You get great four-way battery chargers for these, which are brilliant. You can do 4 at a time. That saves a lot of time as well. So if you're using Sony MPF 970 batteries, then make sure they're all charged. Your camera batteries are all charged. Your gimbal batteries are all charged. Everything is charged and there's no issues. Also, depending on where you're shooting, and if you can, it may be a good idea to bring your chargers with you, and that'll give you peace of mind if something has just died, or whether the shoot's gone over, or whether you did forget to charge your batteries. At least you have the opportunity then to charge 1 or 2 batteries as you're shooting, with one which you have full in the camera or maybe on the monitor or whatever. So yeah, charge your batteries. Yeah, that was a more at your first timers getting into this video cinematography world, and you're a bit worried about not prepping enough or missing things out when you're thinking about going on a shoot. So yeah, some easy steps there to follow. It's all about experience. It's all about fucking up and not fucking up again. So yeah, good luck on your shoot. If you like this video, then please consider hitting the thumbs up. You want to stay tuned for more, then hit the notification bell. Anything you want to add, comment on, then leave them in the comment section down below, and we will see you next time. Once you've done all that, check it all again, because you just don't fucking know.